friends. The All Souls theme for September is story. You know I love stories. We all have them. Well, almost everybody, except maybe for one of the people in today's story. Once there were 3 people who were traveling together. As day turned into night, they grew cold and tired. They looked for a place to spend the night, and up ahead they saw a cottage. They knocked on the door. An old woman answered.
What can I do for you?
May we come in? We need a place to spend the night. We'll gladly pay you.
You are welcome in my home, but each of you will have to tell me a story.
Sure, gladly.
The third traveler said nothing. After they had warmed themselves and had some soup, the woman said,
Now I will have a story from each of you.
I have a very funny story to tell about.
And she told a story about a friend who played tricks on people. The woman laughed so hard she almost fell over.
And now your story.
My story is sad.
And she told a story about some very lonely people. The woman wept.
And a story from you.
I don't really know any stories.
Everyone has a story. Has nothing happened to you? Tell us about it.
I don't have any stories. What's the fuss? I offered to pay you.
Well, if that's the way you feel, get out of my house.
And she kicked him out without a coat or shoes. He knew he had to find shelter quickly, so he ran to the next house. But when he looked in the window, he saw the most astounding thing. A snake ready to pounce on a sleeping person. So he ran to another house. But when he looked in that window, he saw a huge mountain looming over another sleeping person. In alarm, he ran to a third house. And there, when he looked in the window, he saw 3 people sleeping very peacefully with 3 little flames dancing over their head. Well, he had no other course of action but to go back to the house of the old woman. He told them about the snake, the mountain, and the flames. Then the woman spoke.
Now listen well. In the first house, that was not a snake you saw. It was a belt that had been left out. It was a warning to you to put your clothes away. And in the second house, that wasn't a mountain. That was a pile of toys that had been left out. Don't be lazy, put your toys away.
So, what about the third house?
The third house. 3 people were sleeping peacefully after they had shared their stories. Each story turned into a flame that kept the house protected so that no harm would come to the sleeping people. So that's why it is important to have a story in your heart and on your lips.
The travelers never forgot her words. And from then on, wherever that third traveler went, he always had a story to tell. Of course, it was always the same story about the time he had been a man with no story.